So in the last video, I got a little bit sidetracked by the Bosch Axial glide miter saw, thinking maybe I could improve the dust collection on it by creating this little 3D printed part to help the dust shoot up into the chute without having to modify the chute boot. But a guy named Dennis told me about a guy named Dan Pattison who has already solved this problem and solved it pretty doggone well. So I'm pretty much going to point you to his video. The only problem is he has to remove the chute boot anytime he wants to cut wood thicker than 1 inch. So I set up some lights, cameras, tried to figure out which direction the dust is traveling at what point in the cut based on different thicknesses of wood. Here's my pre-test theory. If you cut thicker boards, it comes just below the stock boot. Let's take a look at the direction of dust travel, or at least develop a theory. In this case, the blade is moving in this direction, so the dust travel will be going up like that. So it moves back farther, same thing until it crosses that corner there. And at that point, the direction of dust travel becomes more and more parallel to the table. The reason I say that is that if it was shooting back at this location, then this little 3D printed part wouldn't be of much help because it would funnel this up past the boot, which would be kind of pointless. But in this case, this stock boot ought to be collecting the dust during the thick part of the cut. And as the stock boot comes back farther into position where the 3D scoop thing would scoop it, then that should be effective. In other words, as we go back past that corner to the shallower cuts, at least in the thick wood, then the 3D scoop starts to scoop it in the right direction. But in the thicker parts, the scoop's unnecessary because the dust is already going in the right direction to that stock boot. At least I think. But I'm pretty sure that this is going to fall short when using thinner boards, especially boards that are that long. I don't think there's a whole lot of lift in this case. I think it's going to pass by both of those. And if it goes down, well, we've still got the issue where it's going to hit the funnel and go back up to really nowhere important. And it won't become effective until the boot crosses the 3D printed part. And my findings were more interesting than I expected. I'm just going to sort of scrub through this and show you some things. First, note that in the left frame of each of these, the dust collector is off, and you can see that the dust collector is off because the dust goes up and back out and down. In the other frames, that's not the case. Let's start with the 1/2-inch Baltic birch and look at some of the things that were unsurprising. First things first, the trajectory of the dust on the thinner stock is just blasting past that boot. Right underneath it, there's no chance. So you see why Dan Pattison has his dust boot extended for this reason. The second non-surprise is that the 3D printed part is not effective until the end of the cut, when this boot has bypassed the top of that scoop. Right there is when it begins to be effective in scooping that up to the funnel, which is pretty cool to see. So maybe limited use, but it's at least something. You can see a pretty defined spot where that starts to happen. Right there, right there. Watching this path here becomes more defined right there. There. Let's take a look at the 1-inch maple. Pay attention to the middle frame. It looks like the dust collector is not even on. And it is on. We can tell that because nothing's circulating back out of the chute. If we look at the trajectory, the dust is in general going towards the chute, not in front or not behind, but it is kind of scattered. And so some of the dust is bypassing from going underneath and some is bypassing from going in front of the chute, which is interesting. And we'll see that even more pronounced in the 8/4 stock here in a minute. But the thing that really surprised me about this test is that the scoop thingy, 3D printed scoop, became effective sooner than it did on the 1/2-inch stock. Now I think that's because the trajectory here, this dust and airflow is not competing with the sort of redirected airflow from the 3D printed scoop. In the 1/2-inch scenario, it was competing with it. There was that air that was just blasting down between the boot and the 3D printed scoop. In this case, the air and the dust are just going straight in the direction of the boot. Now probably the biggest surprise is the 8/4 cherry. Let's take a look at that. And look at the path of the dust, especially in the middle and on the right. Then watch as we pass the corner, the trajectory gets lower. We can see that a little bit easier since the wood's thicker. There's kind of a lot going on here. It's pretty cool. The majority of the dust through the top portion of that cut is being streamed right into the chute, even bypassing the boot. So the boot, I think, is playing a minimal role in this thicker wood anyway. But even more interesting here is that some of it is going in front of the chute. And see, look at this part here in these two frames. You can see that little cloudy dot. That's the impact of the dust hitting that and ricocheting downward. I think that exposes a problem that's pretty easy to solve. Check that out. Watch the dust that flies back down. See the dust coming down here? What's going on is that the dust shoots up, hits that, ricochets downward, then the airflow from the blade is causing that to curve backward. So some of the dust, or a lot of the dust that we see flying back here during these thicker cuts, isn't coming from the blade. It's coming from this little part here. It's actually getting really stinking close to the collection point. It's just getting there a little bit too far forward. So after seeing those tests, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna walk you through all of Dan's advice. I think you should go see his video, but I'm gonna print off the thing that's on his website, the template. I already did print that off, but I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter so that it accommodates a little bit thicker wood. And the distance I'm going to bring it down, where I'm going to cut it, is where it would meet the 3D printed part. Because it seems clear that that scoop does have a pretty good effect on the last part of the cut. So I think that all I have to add to this is the flap in front of the port. Seems like that would be important to prevent the airflow from getting all crazy and chaotic. I wonder if anybody knows Robert Bosch or any of his people. It seems like this would be a good add-on to add to the saw that would be fairly easy to do. At the very least, if that squared off edge could be made sharp in some way, then I think that would even help prevent the kind of chaotic airflow. It's not just that it's shooting the dust back down and we're losing that dust, it's that that's interrupting the airflow of the dust that's trying to get in the chute. So as for the final end of video conclusion, I'd say go follow Dan's advice and then add the little flappy thing to the front of the chute.